Yeah, we were talking about millions of acres that they're responsible for, but if you can control fire, you can control the smoke. But to control fires, you need resources, and I'll take you inside the world where those assets are managed.
Okay, so we're looking at fire up in Wilkinson, up in Pierce County. It's out of Buckley.
I'm with Aaron Schmidt, DNR's fire operations chief, and a new forest fire in Pierce County is being chased down by a contract helicopter.
That's a civilian Black Hawk. It's a civilian UH-60.
To fight fires, you need resources. That's crews and engines on the ground, helicopters, fixed-wing aircraft, both small and large. To monitor those resources, you need an operations center, and this is where we are.
Air attack. So an air attack is an aerial supervision platform. Okay. They control the airspace.
The state has nearly 30 aircraft at its disposal. There's a lot going on.
They're clearing in the airspace. They're making sure that we're bringing air tankers in, that we're talking to each other. They're coordinating with the ground folks. They're deciding where we want retardant versus where we want helicopters.
And on this board, a list of some extra help. Experts from Australia and New Zealand. Schmidt can rattle everything off out of his head.
Just yesterday, we brought in an additional half a dozen folks from Minnesota. We got folks from South Carolina, folks from Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan, places that aren't busy right now. We're capitalizing on those partnerships we have with them. The nice thing about wildfire is generally somebody's always busy and there's always somebody who's not busy.
Everywhere there are maps and some big fires.
We've got the McLeod fire, and again this is in that Twist Winthrop area. We've got Bannock Lakes, Cougar.
And two of those fires have contributed much to our smoke as seen in this GOES satellite image, and the end is not in sight.
Right now we're not getting anything that says that we're going to have a rapidly ending season event. I mean, that's not going to occur, so we're looking at something that's going to continue long term. George
Geisler is the new state forester. Nationally, he says Washington is a priority state, but other things can come up, as they did in October of 2017 in California.
Other parts of the country can come into play, and the demand for the already leaning out resources gets a little bit greater throughout the year.
Well, Washington State has a lot of assets like aircraft locked down under contract, in addition to 8 helicopters it already owns. It also has regional agreements, particularly with Oregon. The Canadian province of Alberta also has an aircraft and crew here. But a big problem they're now facing is the seasonal firefighters. Many of these folks are students and even teachers, and classes are coming at us pretty quickly.
Wow. So Glenn, you've been reporting for a while now on this strategy of attacking quickly small fires to keep them from getting big. Is the smoke that we're seeing now hampering those efforts?
It is. So we're talking about using aircraft to get on the fire bosses, the helicopters, what we saw, you could see in that graphic on their map in Pierce County, just boom, get on it. That seems to be working very well. However, we have also seen closures of the airspace. Now, obviously, the smoke's part of a fire, but it's really this pall, it's this visibility stuff. So instead of having a column of fire, now you have this haze all over. That can shut down those operations. However, they said it's a two-edged sword. That also tends to make the fire less active.
Glenn, thank you.